Morning. So it's another day and we're hauling more corn. Supposed to be raining today, but they've changed that forecast to not being raining now till like 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. So that's fine. We'll get some more grain hauled. We still have quite a bit of grain to move this month, but it's early in the month. It's the 5th. We made a pretty big dent yesterday. We're gonna make a pretty good dent today. Yesterday we discovered that this grain bin was plugged. So we started pulling out of the center sump on it, which I don't like to do. Not the center sump, the intermediate sumps. But we're gonna have to keep doing that. We've got to get some grain moving out of this. It's not ideal. It's not what I like to do, but at this point, we need something moving. Pull a load out of the center of this, or out of this bin, and then we'll probably let it transfer in the bin number 4 all day. Go ahead and get the truck started. Just realized we have Dad's camera. Go swap cameras. It happens. That's better. This is not good news. It is not coming out of that grain bin very fast at all. I mean, I've been trying to load this front hopper for entirely too long. So we're gonna go over and see if we can saw around on that thing, get it to free up. But it's entirely too slow at the moment.
Yeah, good morning everybody, or afternoon I guess. Gonna do some bulldozing. Down the fence roads, push brush back. Got a dozer here. Get it unloaded. I've been dozing. I ain't run this for a good while. I guess right since December. Don't think it's too awful money, not as much as it was. I'm going to run a little excavator. We're going to push some of this brush back. A little easier, I think, the dozer, then we'll get the taller stuff where I can't reach up there with the little excavator. Brush cutter.
Well folks, we've been fighting this bin for a couple hours now. It's been a fun morning, but it's still trickling. But we've also opened up another bin just so we can get something done. We're just gonna let that bin keep trickling. It's not the most ideal situation, but we're getting something out of it, I guess. This is not the greatest situation. I mean, that bin was full, so this might move to a grain vac situation at some point soon. Don't really want to do that, but I also don't want to load a truck for 2 hours again. But right now we're also pulling out of bin number 2, so the majority of the grain in that stream is coming out of bin number 2. I don't have bin number 2 pumping a lot, just in case it would break free, but yeah, we at least got something happening now. Supposed to get some freezing rain here later. If we don't haul tomorrow, we might just let that bin run into the big bin all day. I just hate letting those augers run that empty because it's just undue wear on them, but I don't know, hopefully something breaks loose. All right, back in line we are. And no one's moving. That's not a good sign. Hopefully that doesn't mean the computer system's down. Wouldn't be the first time I've been here and that happened. Turns out there was just a little rush there. And was there 5-6 trucks ahead of me? We got dumped pretty quick.
We got 2 trees hanging up there, so you gotta watch push stuff, and it'll come back on top of it. Let's make grapevines around. There's a dead one. I don't know if we can push it over or not. How dead it is. Let's see what we can do. Okay, we got the dozer loaded with dirty. Got to raise the ramps up. They're hydraulic, electric over hydraulic. Got to run electric to the truck. This truck I can't get to the batteries easy. Go in there. So I put this battery pack on, see what it'll do. Did it the other day, and we'll see. We got it working. What it does, raise one ramp at a time. There's one ramp, there goes the other ramp, you can see it. So we got her up, so chain her down, we're ready to roll.
Well, this is a couple days later, folks. We're not hauling today. In fact, one of the semis is down getting worked on. We had an airbag issue with one of the trucks we'd been using. And we're going to change the oil in the red Kenworth. It's fixed now, but we're waiting on filters at the moment. So Dad started burning some brush. This is the field he went around the other day. I'm just going to come back here and check this fire, see if we need to start feeding it again. It's a good day to do it. The ground's wet. We got a snow moving in tonight, so get this all burned up and out of the fields. Definitely a good fire. We had an old corn crib that got destroyed in that hurricane there last year, and got it and a bunch of brush piled on top of it. Good fire, good fire. She's burning pretty good now. I think an excavator would have been an easier thing to use for this, but it's not here at the moment. So, front end loader it is, I guess. That metal's kind of holding in a lot of the coals. But we should be able to get some of that burned up a little bit better. Yeah, there's some of it goes right there. Good brush fire is a lot easier when you got an excavator to feed it or something to feed it. What happens is all the stuff that's small will burn up, and you'll end up with, you know, logs like that with nothing close to them to burn. Still a lot of little pieces to pick up though, so yeah, we'll get it though. But eventually this field will come out through here probably, so I'll have to farm around this old this is an old corn crib, and like I said, the brush that we've cut around this field's on top of it. Now the corn crib itself, it was totaled. Most of the boards were busted up in it. Wasn't a lot of usable pieces left anymore, and it's been obsolete and unused for decades at this point. Oddly enough, one barn disappears, another one might be emerging here soon. Kids are in 4-H, and well, we need a small livestock barn. So I've got a feller coming over to give me a quote on that. Kind of up in the air. I'm either going to hire this Amish feller to build me one, build it myself, which probably I want to do it, but
I can remember.
Want to do it, but I don't know that I have the time with harvest or planting season coming up. Or I'm gonna buy a pre-made yard barn and make it a goat shed. So this will be kids 4-H projects, store a few things in it like lawnmowers and stuff, and then think we're getting in the livestock business. Speaking of that, there was a podcast we just had out on Farmer Talk. If you're not subscribed, just search Farmer Talk. You'll find us on YouTube, as well as Apple Podcast, anywhere else, where we talked about our family's history in livestock production. Yeah, if you're so inclined, check it out. This is kind of where I'm thinking about putting this livestock barn. Now, we're not talking about a huge barn here. It's going to hold 6 goats, or maybe 6 pigs, or maybe 3 steers, or something like that. So, kind of thinking like a 20 by 30 or something along those lines. There's no concrete pad right here, so that could be probably made use of. And then I've got some wasted ground right here that we don't farm. There's just a lot of, there's rocks, concrete pads, and stuff like that in here. Goats probably won't care. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we can maybe use that concrete pad and then fence in these pines right here. Barn's easy to get to, but it's far enough away from the house, and it's also close to an electric line. Now, water might be a problem, and no, a well isn't an option. I get asked that often. We can't do a well here. Now, we might need to do something with this concrete if we put a barn here. Push it out or dig a hole or something. But I'd say them goats would eat down that vegetation at least. Got a little bit of grass right behind it here. Well, appears we got a tree down. I don't think I'm going home this way.